Okay, so good day everyone. So this is Mom D again of Francisco Ibarzaga Integrated High School. So for this video, I will discuss our first topic para sa ating fourth quarter. Okay, so I hope you will watch this video carefully dahil itong lesson na to ay related to or this will serve as the foundation for our next two topics. So mahalagang maintindihan nyo itong lesson na ito. Okay, so bago tayo mag-umpisa with our lesson, so meron ako ipapakita sa inyo. So I have here 3 sets of pencils na merong iba't ibang sukat or haba. Okay? So try to imagine. So do you think it will be possible to form a triangle in this given na lengths of pencils we have? Okay? So, do you think it will be possible kung pagdudugtong-dugtungin niyo yan at makakabuo ba kayo ng triangle? So, the answer is no, because the two shortest sides aren't long enough to form a triangle. How about with this length? So, kung ganito yung kahabang ating mga pencil, do you think possible na ba? Okay. So, if you try na pagdugtungin yung end-to-end niya, so, ito ang mangyayari. So, it's close, okay? But, still, the two short sides aren't long enough to form a triangle. And lastly, okay, so if this is the given length or haba ng ating mga pencil, so do you think with this measurements, makakapagbuo na tayo ng triangle? So, say this. The answer is yes. So, what do you think is the reason behind this? So, later on, I will discuss, okay, the theorems. And one of the theorems will explain this one. Okay, so now let's proceed with our lesson. Okay, so ang main objective of this lesson is for you to be able to illustrate triangle inequality theorems. So this video, naka-focus lang tayo with theorems involved in one triangle. Okay? So, but then we will have another video that will discuss theorems, triangle inequality theorems applicable in two triangles. So now let's proceed. Okay, so now I will discuss the triangle inequality theorem. So for this video, I will only discuss 3, and those are the theorems involved in one triangle. So let's start. So the first one, okay, so it says here that the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. So as you can see, yung theorem na to, naka-focus lang tayo sa sides ng triangles, and we have 3 sides. So to make this one simple, pag pinag-add mo daw yung 2 sides ng triangles, any 2 sides, dapat mas mataas siya doon sa remaining side. So doon sa natitirang side. Okay, so pag pinag-add mo yung dalawang side, so dapat mas mataas siya sa remaining side. Okay, so that is the inequality, okay, the mathematical statement. So adding the 2 sides, so it should be greater than the third side. So I have here a triangle, okay? So naming this triangle, so I have, okay, so for this one, so this is triangle A, B, C. So considering this triangle, so as you can see, nilagyan ko ng label yung bawat side. At ito yung mga, sabihin na natin, small letter ng bawat vertex. Name ng bawat vertex. So like that one, yung vertex A natin. So the opposite side, so yung small letter A. So instead of a measurement, so nilagyan ko muna siya ng variable, which are the small letters of each vertices. Okay? So Going back to the theorem, so ang sabi, pag pinag-add mo daw yung two sides, dapat greater than siya sa third side. So, considering two sides, let us consider side A and B. Pag pinag-add mo daw yung side A and B, dapat greater than siya sa natitirang side, which is yung side C. Okay, another pair. Kasi any two sides. So, how about pag pinag-add mo yung side B saka side C, dapat siya ay greater than sa ano yung natitira? Side A. And last pair, pwede rin pag pinag-add mo yung side A and C, so that should be greater than B. Okay, this theorem, actually class, so this is a useful tool for checking whether a given set of three dimensions will form a triangle or not. So kung babalikan natin, yung kanina na pinakita ko sa motivation part, so this one, okay, bakit siya hindi nag-form? Considering the theorem. Kasi here, if you add the two sides, the two shortest sides, so that will be 2 plus 3. Is it greater than 7? No, that will give us 5. And it's not greater than, but it's less than 7. So kaya hindi siya nag-form ng triangle. Okay? How about the other sets? How about this one? Bakit hindi kaya siya nag-form ng triangle? So considering the two shorter sides, so that is, okay, 6 and 6. So 6 plus 6, is it greater than 12? So greater than 12 ba? 6 plus 6 is 12. So it's not greater, but rather it is equal to 12. Okay? So that's why hindi siya nag-form ng triangle. And lastly, okay, so this one, we have, okay, so ano ba yung dalawang shortest side? Okay, so 4 and 6. So if you will add 4 and 6, masasatisfy ba niya ang ating first theorem about the triangle? So that will be 4 plus 6. Is it greater than 8? Okay, 4 plus 6 is 10, and that is correct. It is greater than 8. So that's why we're able to form a triangle. Okay, so next. Okay, let's have this example. So check whether it is possible to form a triangle with the following measures: 4 millimeters, 7 millimeters, and 5 millimeters. So even without an illustration, so dapat from the given measurements pa lang, makaya nyo nang ma-identify if pwede siyang mag-form ng triangle or hindi. Okay, so just following the first theorem. So sabi, pag pinag-add mo yung two sides, kailangan mas mataas siya sa remaining side. So consider muna natin yung 4 and 7. So if you add 4 and 7, so 4 plus 7, is it greater than 5? Okay, 4 plus 7 is 11. So that is greater than 5. So that's correct. How about another pair of sides? So let's try 7, okay, plus 5. Is it greater than kanina? Yung sa remaining, which is 4. Okay. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So that is greater than 4. So that is true again. And lastly, ano pang pair ang hindi natin na-try? So that is 4 and 5. Is it greater than 7? So 4 plus 5 is 9. So therefore, that is greater than 7. So all of it, so nasatisfy ang ating first theorem. So therefore, the answer here is yes. We'll be able to form a triangle in this given measurements. Okay? Okay, for our second theorem, so the statement is if one side of a triangle is longer than the second side, then the angle opposite the first side is larger than the angle opposite the second side. So for this theorem, so dito ang involved na sa atin is the side and angle. Ano yung relationship nilang dalawa? So if you know where is the longest side, you'll be able to know where is the biggest angle. Okay? So tapatan lang siya, magtatapat lang ang longest side at biggest angle. So, parang pwede natin gamitin, okay, this notation. So, as you can see here, so respectively, yung longest side, katapat niya ay the biggest angle, and the shortest side, katapat naman niya ay the smallest angle. Okay? So for this one, let's have an illustration of that one para mas maintindihan nyo. So in this triangle, so triangle END or end, okay? Let us first identify the longest side. The longest side is side ED. So this one, wherein ang length natin is 13. And the shortest side naman is side EN. Yung measurement niya is 5. So, kung ililist down natin yung sides from shortest to longest side, so that will be, okay, side, the shortest is EN, and then followed by, of course, it's not ED, but rather it should be ND, which is 12. And then we have, lastly, the longest is side ED. So, kung alam natin yung pagkakasunod ng side, alam rin natin ang pagkakasunod ng angle because opposite that shortest side is the smallest angle, which is angle, okay, D. So, that's the smallest angle. And then, opposite yung 12 is angle E. And opposite ng 13 is angle N. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Once alam nyo kung nasaan ang longest side, alam nyo rin kung nasaan ang, or kung ano ang biggest angle. So, that is theorem number 2. Okay, so let's have an example. So, arrange the angles of the given triangle from smallest to largest. So, identify muna natin yung pagkakasunod ng sides natin according to the given measurements. So, shortest. So, we'll start with the shortest side kasi smallest to largest angle tayo. Shortest side natin is ito, 18. At yan ay side YT. Followed by 19, which is side RY. And then, ang longest side natin is side, ito, yung sa 24, that is side RT. Okay, segment RT. So, considering the opposite angle of each, so ano yung ating mga opposite angle? So, opposite sa 18 is angle R. Okay, opposite sa 19 is angle T. And opposite sa ating longest side is angle Y. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Once na-determine nyo yung pagkakasunod ng sides, ma-determine nyo rin yung pagkakasunod ng angles. Okay, for the third theorem. So, the third theorem, it states that if one angle of a triangle is larger than a second angle, then the opposite of the first angle is longer than the side opposite the second angle. So, parang ang dito lang sa theorem number 3, ang reference naman natin is the given angle. And from that given angle, madidetermine nyo na nasaan ang shortest saka longest side. Okay? So, let's have the illustration for this one. Okay, so here, indicated naman ang measurements ng ating angle. So, let us list down yung ating angles from smallest angle to the biggest angle. Of course, the smallest is angle M. And then followed by O. And then, ang ating biggest angle is angle G. So, ano yung mga opposite sides of those angles? So, angle M, ang opposite side natin is segment OG. Okay? And then, opposite naman with angle O. So, this side, So that's segment GM. And opposite the biggest angle is the longest side, which is side or segment OM. So, ganun lang. Once na naintindihan nyo yung theorem number 2, madali nyo maintindihan ang theorem number 3. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay, so with this example, we are going to list the sides in order of longest to shortest. So, baliktad naman tayo. So, longest to shortest. So, for that one, so syempre, for us to identify the longest side, we have to identify the biggest angle. So, but as you can see in the picture or in our illustration, there's only 2 angles given. So, kailangan natin kuhanin yung third angle, which is angle O. So, if you can remember, the sum of the angles in a triangle, okay, is equal to 180 degrees. So, pag pinag-add mo yung tatlong angle na yan, okay, dapat mag-total siya sa 180. So, to get the measure of angle O, so ang gagawin lang natin is to subtract the measurements, those two given measurements from 180. Okay, so it's like 180 minus 60 minus 67. So therefore, ang measure ng ating angle O is 50 degrees. So this one, so angle O is 53 degrees. Okay, so now, writing the angle from biggest to smallest. So we'll start with the biggest, which is angle, okay, angle M, which is 67 degrees, followed by angle N, which is 60, and the smallest one is angle O. So now let us identify the opposite side of each angle. So angle M opposite is rather segment NO or side NO. And then for angle N, opposite side is segment MO. And lastly, for angle O, opposite side is side MN or NM or segment MN. So, ganun, kasimple. So, once na determine nyo na yung pagkakasunod ng angle, so, madidetermine nyo na rin yung pagkakasunod ng sides. Okay? So, that's all. Okay, so in your learning activity sheet, so I want you to answer this part, but for letter A, so there are questions there na kailangan nyo muna mapanood ang ating second video. But yung letter B, pwede nyo na siyang sagutan. Okay, before I end this video, so I want you to leave a comment. So mag-comment lang kayo with your name and section. Ano sa tingin nyo yung pinakamadaling theorem doon sa tatlong na-discuss ko? Theorem 1, 2, or 3. And as you can see here, meron akong sticks in the picture. Okay? And then gagawin nyo lang is pipili kayo ng tatlong measurements from those given measurements, which is possible na makakapag-form kayo ng triangle. So, again, don't forget to include your name and section with your comment. Okay? Okay, so that's all for today. So I hope naintindihan nyo ang ating lesson. And I want to thank you for watching and listening. Okay, so bye-bye.